Hey, what is happening YouTube? The name is Eli Killz, checking in again with another Call of Duty Zombies video. And for today's gaming session, my friends, I am going to show you a very detailed guide on how to complete the entire main Easter egg when playing solo on the new map, The Beast from Beyond. Yes, we are going to be covering everything from turning on the power, opening up Pack-a-Punch, knowing what Fate and Fortune cards will work best, along with many other tips and tricks. All the good stuff in just one video. So before you guys leave this video, make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel and let me know if this guide helps you in any way, shape, or form, so that I can continue uploading high quality detailed videos to this channel. But anyways guys, I'm not gonna take up any more of your time. Let's jump right into this Easter egg tutorial. As we make our way into the Beast from Beyond, I am going to draw your attention towards my Fate and Fortune cards, which are gonna help you tremendously on this Easter egg. All these cards have a purpose, and throughout this tutorial you will understand why. So make sure you guys do load up this deck before you jump into the game. Another super important thing to remember before we begin is you guys have to keep an eye on the first blue phantom that you kill, because he is going to drop a floppy disk that we will need in the future trying to complete the main Easter egg. So just put that up there, remember it, keep an eye out on that blue phantom. So the very first thing we need to do is turn on the power. In order to do so, you will need a total of 2,750 points to open up all the doors that will take you to Neil's head, which we're going to need to place down into these monitors located to the right side of spawn. Cryptids and phantoms are going to spawn in until you turn on the power, but there is no need to panic, my friends. Make your way up to this platform and kill the cryptids very easily. We're going to kill cryptids here until about round 3. By this time, you'll have enough money and you'll charge up your first Fate and Fortune card. So now that we can start making our way to turn on the power, follow this path on the screen. Also, I do want to ask you guys to ignore everything else for now. We are only making our way down this path to turn on the power. We will get to every part of the Easter egg on the later steps. No need to worry, my friends, I got you all covered. So as you continue to follow this path, you'll jump down into this hole and follow straight through until you make it to the end of the catwalk, where you will pick up Neil's head. Once you do so, make your way down this path and go up these yellow outline stairs, which will take you back to the spawn room, where we will place Neil's head into this empty monitor slot. The power is going to be officially on for the entire map. At this point, you can go ahead and activate your first Fate and Fortune card, which is going to be Fire Sale. After activating this Fire Sale, get you a couple of good weapons that are gonna last you from here up until we finish the main Easter egg. Once you're all set, we can go ahead and kill the last cryptid to end the current round and stop the cryptids from spawning in. Now the next thing on the list is to get all of our perks by going into the Ghosts and Skulls machine, which is located inside of the Afterlife arcade area of the map. By loading up our Skull Hacker, we can jump right into the game without having to do all the actual steps for the Ghosts and Skulls. So we'll make it into this section of the map inside of the hangar, where you'll find all these crates, and we're gonna press this button here on the left. A turret will come out and shoot this portal across the room, allowing us to transport into Willard's Theater, where we will make our way towards the Afterlife arcade. Once we are here, we'll activate our Skull Hacker and jump right into the game. This Skull Breaker has got to be one of the easiest ones we have played so far. You shouldn't really have any problems beating this game. Once you completed the Skull Breaker, you know you'll have a Perkaholic for the remainder of the game, and that is exactly what we came here to do. Very well, my friends, the next thing in the agenda is to open up Pack-a-Punch, because you already know we gotta open this baby up to be able to Pack-a-Punch and finally go to the boss fight at the very end. To open up Pack-a-Punch, all you're gonna need is 3 pieces of metal, plain and simple. The first part is going to be in this water room. Make your way up the stairs, and to your right hand side, it will be here next to blue bolts. Go ahead and pick it up, and let's make our way to the second part. The second part is going to be back at the hangar place. Jump down this part and follow the stairs down, and you will see the third piece casually laying here to your right hand side. Make sure you guys do understand that every time you pick up special parts in this map, cryptids are going to spawn in and try to kill you. So stay aware and always be on guard. The third and final piece to Pack-a-Punch will be past the Afterlife arcade. Make your way outside the building, and it will be laying here on the trunk of this burning car. All these parts do spawn in the same place every single game, my friends, so just keep that in mind. Once we have all 3 pieces, let's make our way back to the outside of Nightfall, go through this snow, and here you guys can see the bridge. Simply get close to it, place down the pieces to the bridge, and you're done. You now have access to Pack-a-Punch. Alright, now the next thing we need to do is double Pack-a-Punch. In order to do so, we need to pick up the 2 fuses located in this part of the map inside this box. Simply shoot it, it will open, and you can grab the fuses. Pretty simple. Now, in order to juice these babies, we need to get a special weapon called the Tangler. This Tangler is actually the second step to Ghosts and Skulls, which means we gotta complete the first step in order to get the second step, which will then lead us to acquiring the Tangler weapon. So for the first step to Ghosts and Skulls, we gotta locate another box. This box appeared in 3 different spots so far. One is located at the hangar place, place, making your way down these stairs, you turn around and right above you, you will see the box in this spot right here. Another location to this box is inside the water room, right above the stairs over here. And the third and last location for this box to appear will be in this area of the map where you jump down to the hole to go to Tough Enough. It will be located here next to the bomb stoppers, right above here to the left. All you gotta do now is cook a grenade, throw it at the box as it is about to explode. When you guys do this right, the first skull will emerge. Aim your crosshairs at it and shoot it to acquire the first skull. After that, we can get to the second skull, which will then give us a tangler weapon. Alright, so now we gotta come back to the hangar room in this area. In this room, there will be 4 X's on the ground around this area, making up a square, if you will. Find and locate these X's and then choose one of the 4 to stand on top of to kill zombies. The goal is to elevate that skull to the top without letting the zombies push you out of this circle that you are defending. You're standing on this circle like shown in this current clip. All 4 X's on the ground are just as hard to defend. There really ain't no easy spot here where you can say it'll be easier than the last one. So once you hold your ground long enough for the skull to rise to the top, the skull will then turn green and jump to a spot around the hangar. You cannot shoot it like you did the first one, you have to physically touch it in order to unlock the tangler weapon. Once done correctly, you will see the tangler in the center of the room. Simply walk up to it and pick it up. One thing to note is that if you fail this task, then you will have to go another round in order to restart this step. Now that we have the tangler, we can now charge up our fuses to go ahead and double pack a punch. Let's make our way inside Willer's theater room, where you'll notice the big screen is playing The Beast from Beyond. Well, we have to change that film in order for it to play Spaceland. This Spaceland film is going to be located inside of the Afterlife arcade right here on the perks bar. Pick it up, then make your way into the Pack-a-Punch room, where you will walk up to the film reels and hold the action button in order to insert the film Spaceland. We now have to make our way back into the theater and take out our tangler weapon. Go up to the big screen and activate the trap, and immediately shoot the tangler weapon at the center of the screen in order to bring out the brute's helmet. Go ahead and drop this baby on the floor and then pick it up with the action button. Make your way over to this little hallway and place your fuses here. After that, go ahead and place the helmet on the brute, which will then activate a laser beam that will charge the fuses for you. Once this is done, pick up the fuses and take them over to Pack-a-Punch. And that is it. Now you are able to double Pack-a-Punch your weapons. Very well, my friends, we are getting so close to completing this Easter egg. Let's continue. Let's make our way back to spawn where our good old friend Neil is sitting. As you guys can see here, there are 4 empty floppy disk slots, which are missing some floppy disks. Remember, I told you guys at the beginning of this tutorial to remember where you guys killed the very first blue phantom. Very well, let's go back to where we killed him in order to find out what floppy disk he dropped. We're gonna find out what symbols these floppy disks have in order to insert them into the correct order. In my game, this is where I killed the very first phantom, so he dropped the disk right here. As you guys can see, I got this symbol right here. The best way to remember these symbols is to pick up the floppy disk and take a picture of it with your phone. The second floppy disk we're going to pick up is located right here behind Pack-a-Punch, next to this pillar. Do the same thing with it, pick it up and take a picture of your symbol. The third floppy disk is going to be located inside of the Bay Area. Make your way back to spawn and take out your tangler weapon. Get up close to one of these spaceman helmets and pick it up with the tangler. Make your way to the Bay Area and get close to this blue force field. Aim the helmet to that screen on the top right and shoot right through it. This will take down the force field, and you can now go into this room and pick up this third disc located on this table. Take a picture of it and move on. So the last floppy disk is a little difficult to understand. Make your way around this corner over here, and if you look at the floor, there is the fourth floppy disk. Take out your tangler weapon and shoot the floppy disk. What we're trying to do is shoot the floppy disk into the vent you see at the very back. We're trying to send it through those vents so we can pick it up ourselves. So far, I have located 4 vents as to where this floppy disk comes out at. I'm showing you guys these vents right now on screen. Now, keep in mind that if you don't find this floppy disk on any of these vents, then yours could very well be at another vent around the same area. So just keep looking down at these vents if yours doesn't come out in either one of these 4. Once you find it, take a picture of it, and now we can go find our pattern. To find your pattern, you're gonna have to look at these little papers around the map. All these papers have a pattern. You can find one of these patterns at spawn on top of this platform over here. The second one can be found at spawn in this little tiny hallway over here. Another location is inside this room next to spawn. Look at these 4 papers and connect them back together accordingly. And last but not least, you'll find the last patterns over here on these computers where you build the Venom X. So in my gameplay, this was my pattern. What you do is you only look at the symbols you got and you ignore the other ones. This way you can line up your symbols correctly. Once you have your symbols down right, go and pick up each floppy disk and insert them into the computer in whatever order your pattern goes. Once done correctly, you will see Neil's face turn red. Moving on to the next step, we're gonna have to make our way back inside Willer's theater and back into this little hallway. Right here behind the brute, you can see a red button. Go ahead and pick it up with your tangler weapon and take this baby to the next room and send it inside of the Beast from Beyond poster. This button will teleport into this map and we have to go find it. Thankfully, it always spawns in the same place. You can find it inside of the bay area, underneath this table right here. Walk up to it and press it with the action button. This will activate a puzzle game here in this room. This game is so easy to beat. All you have to do is turn all these valves to face the same direction. In order to do so, take a screenshot of the current pattern. Now, go ahead and turn all the valves that are facing left to right. If this doesn't work, then do it vice versa and turn all the valves that are facing up and down. Remember, every time you turn one valve, a few other valves are gonna change. This is why we take a screenshot to remember the original valves that were facing left to right or up and down and turn only those valves, even if they already changed. Once done correctly, you will now be able to move on to the last step of this Easter egg. Let's make our way back to Neil. For this part of the Easter egg, I highly suggest for you to have your explosive touch ready in case you need it. When playing solo, there is nobody here in the game to help you kill zombies while you transport Neil's head back to Pack-a-Punch. So to be on the safe side, have your explosive touch ready. You're gonna have to take your tangler weapon out and pick up Neil's head. Be careful with these doors as they will be closing on you and can very well kill you if you miss a step. Take Neil's head back to Pack-a-Punch and place it on this computer over here on this table. Once you set this baby down, that is pretty much it. You are ready to go into the boss fight. In order to go to the fight, all you gotta do is go up to Neil's head and press the action button and it'll throw you right inside of the boss fight. So this concludes the video right here, guys, the main Easter egg tutorial for the Beast from Beyond. If you guys want my tips and tricks on how to complete the boss fight for the Beast from Beyond, I will have it down in the description below. And just a friendly reminder, go ahead and subscribe for more future content on this channel. But anyways guys, my name is Eli Killz, checking out. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Laters.